No, wait a minute. Hold on. That ain't right. There we go. I'm like, why did that do that? Hey, everyone. So, doo, 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 doo. Okay. How y'all good people doing today? So, I am about to do a quick bit of cleaning on the table because, as y'all can see, it's a mess. Um, I'll figure out where to put my computer in a second. I love having y'all on a having y'all separate. So throw you back here. There we go. We'll come back to that. But yeah, so I have y'all on my webcam. Um, ooh, that's cute. Um, interesting. Well, no, I did it the last time, so I should be able to be on both at the same time. Hey, Janine. Hey, Tashvan. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Let me make sure I can see my chat over here. So, y'all, we made it through the workday. How about that? I feel like nowadays, just making it through the workday is a lot. I'll be 100% with you. And sometimes I don't know how I'll be doing it. But here we are. We done made something. Hey, Corey, how are you? You don't want to listen to that? I don't know. I feel like I need Jesus a little bit. But I don't want to cause no issue by y'all hearing too much of it. It's like I'm playing a game here all the time. Just trying like, ooh, can't give too much. Um, okay. So now I need to do a little bit of cleaning of my table here before y'all see too much of things. Are you still in your workday? Jesus. What I realize is that, and I'm struggling lately with working in a field that requires empathy all the time and being on with empathy all the time. Um, Finding the care within to care for a world that don't care for me. You know, lately, especially, that has been a struggle. Just trying to show up in space and place and everything like that before y'all see all my work business. Um, in a place that just does not feel like I am valued and all that good stuff. Hey, hey, Creative Fashion, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. Y'all know I just be popping in when I pop in. I do not have a set schedule yet because I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't have the mental capacity lately to have a set schedule yet. Yes, empathy is tiring, and not only empathy, but also to be like to have to think strategically and also be empathetic. I am I'm tired. I'll be 100% honest with you. Here we go. There we go. There we go. So yeah, this is the joy of having. I'm using a webcam separate from everything else. So, um, but yeah, my empathy tank, I'm losing it, and it's funny because me and friends and stuff like that have talked about. It's like it's very interesting for those who work in corporate spaces, um, because there is a disconnect. Like they are a little bit more insulated in many ways from the day to day onslaught of working in either federal government or um, in nonprofits that we're feeling. And then if you add on, you identify at the intersections of life, such as myself, as a black gay man, um, I'm tired. I'm just tired. I'm tired, y'all. And trying to find the 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 this of it all. I don't know. I ain't even got words for it. So, and you got goals and strategy and strategic plans and stuff like that that you're trying to uphold. When literally right now the world around us is losing its mind. We're seeing like programs and stuff that I help to support. Um, One is like drug treatment for the undocumented because the way that they function and operate a lot of times is more as like they don't it doesn't look the same for others. Like where it is, hey Sabs, how are you? Hey Ray, how are you? Um, for a lot of groups, if you hear of those who use illicit stuff, um, there's a look of a user, addict, but I don't know what words we can use. Where it is a person who that becomes their whole entire life, and they don't work, they can't keep a job, they can't, like in many ways, live. Whereas for those who identify as undocumented or other things, they're functioning. They keep a job, and they have figured out a way, like they work and still do, you know. So it looks different. They don't. Whereas some people will say that they have a handle on it. They don't have a handle on it. Hey, Angel, how are you? Um, they just it looks different for them because they still got family and stuff to take care of. There's still a level of survival that they have to attend with. Um, that basically was already, I mean, where this work is happening is already in a county that has had it out for those who are undocumented forever. And now you add on Cheeto face to it, Chatter Guy. It's just hard. Um, then I also do some work with the community that had the Yahtzees in. Decide they want to parade, but they learned they not like us, and we ain't our ancestors. Play if you want to. So the empathy to show up, and I want to show up for them because they deserve the showing up. But then also, there ain't too many people I can talk to about this, or I'm still in a world where people are looking at me crazy. Though I love sewing, still a part of a system in the world that does not see me as my personhood. That sometimes don't think that I belong here. Um, but yet, and I can't. And while others, my friends and stuff like that, people come at you crazy. Y'all can pop off. I can't because of contracts and whatnot. So, you know, this is all multifaceted and layered. So what we're gonna do is first, before we do anything else, we're gonna put up the hair. I'm gonna take off my sweatshirt in a bit. Right, honey. I love the support that Lincoln Heights has gotten, but and I think that this is a perfect time to see what mobilization looks like. Um, it's going to be very interesting what can come of that, but then also how can we support those efforts? Because I think that there is a greater question about mobilization. There's a greater question about holding our elected officials to task, because clearly, I still got questions like, why was this allowed to happen? Why were they have a police escort? So what did the sheriff's office do? Because the sheriff's office was there in Evendale. Now Evendale, we expect that. So Evendale has a history. Some people might know, some people might not. So I'm trying to take my measurements on my own. So to do so, especially of my arm here, I'm about to tape my tape measure to my shoulder bone. So, and my shoulder bone is pretty prominent, so it's like right here. I can feel it. So that I can read. We're about to use up our. I want to use the draft that we created from my book, but I need to make sure that I um, am able to do this correctly. So, is this the proper way to do it? Probably not, but it's ingenious. It works. So here again, I am. I've taped it to myself, and I'm then measuring to my wrist, which is 27 and a half inches. I have my little sheet here. So, and then I also went ahead and found another book. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of going all over the place. Um, but yeah, there's so much opportunity with what happened going into Lincoln Heights. If we look at the history, because so like as a prestigious place, Lincoln Heights is there's so many heavy hitters that came out of Lincoln Heights, including like Nikki Giovanni, the Osley brothers, and stuff like that. So there's a lot of great history. Child, we trying. I want to see how snatched my waist is right now. How often? So I have to remeasure myself a lot more often currently, just due to continued body changes. Remember, like so within a year and a half, I've gone from I used to be like a 46 to 48 inch chest. I'm currently like a 36, a little bit less than a 36 inch chest. My waist used to be like a 42 to 44. Currently, here, like I'm not sucking it in, but like right now, I'm at like a 31 inch waist at my belly button. Look, very story. Um, what's funny is that, and then my hips are still about a 40, which is fine. But my hips basically size up to like a 38-40 for the hips. My chest is like a 36. My waist is like between a 36 and a 38, like 38-inch chest measurement. If you're looking at a standard size measurement guide. So I would suggest at least take your basic measurements. Basic measurements really do help to make sure. So I look, Court, like we just gotta you have to take them often, but that also helps, especially those non-skill victories. So make it into a fun activity for yourself. Um, just taking your measurements, but then you also can use like how your clothes are fitting. That's what I normally do. But my clothes, like I'm also now working out, so my clothes are now even it's added a whole nother layer of what's working, what's not for my body. So taking my measurements is helpful, but as I'm trying to draft patterns, I need to know my measurements. Look, we can't always look. Sometimes it is easy for ease wise to um use those knits, but come on now, we gotta put the knits down sometimes. Like and no, I love knit garments. I wear them mostly, but sometimes you just gotta we gotta bite the bullet. And if you didn't know, so I like to draft on alphanumeric paper or brown paper. I like to trace with like Swedish tracing paper. Hey, Monica, how are you? Also, if y'all did not know, I am part of um, So Your View this month. So we are doing my pattern. This is my newest one, 2113. I'll be honest with you. Get it on the website, simplicity.com. It's probably not going to hit stores. I talked to my store this past weekend when I went in for the last pattern sale. What is happening is that they have not received shipments in at least 2 to 3 weeks. This week they're supposed to be finding out if the bid, what will happen with the bid. If the bid from the Gordon Brothers is taken as the bid, that means that the store will be sold, meaning that we're going to start to see large liquidations probably for Joann's. So it's going to be easier to get our patterns and stuff online, so you can get it as a PDF. This does come in A0 file, so that if you want to use it as a projector file, you can. But one of the things I will say, and I don't know if I've fully shown this because it's Black History Month. Let me find my, hold on. And one of the reasons that I love that this pattern came out at this time, you need the pattern. So yeah, it's on simplicity.com. So 2113. So the shirt that I have, this is what the shirt looks like. It is a like collarless shirt with invisible zipper for the pockets on the breast pockets and a concealed button placket. Now, the inspiration for this shirt came from this pattern. So this is a vintage pattern from 1983. This is a vintage Willie wear. This is by Willie Smith. Willie Smith was one of the time of the 80s, 70s, 80s into the 90s. Well, his not into the 90s, but 70s, 80s. He was one of the major sportswear brands, and he was a Black designer. He started to design for, I want to say, Butterick in like 1973 as just Willie Smith. When Willie Wear came, which was one of the first like lines that had both men's and women's clothing, it really expanded, and he also started to design patterns for that. This was a ready-to-wear brand that also did patterning. And he was around the same time as you had Stephen Burrows and Patrick Kelly and stuff like that, designing for the major brands. So I've owned this pattern. This is one of the few Willie Smith patterns I own that is for men's. And when I saw this shirt, I was like, I always thought this shirt was so neat. It was because it was just different, and I love the idea of kind of almost like a t-shirt that was woven. So I then took that and just kind of made it more like office appropriate so I can then roll up my sleeves and stuff like that. So we will be making this on Sunday for Sunday service. So I have it under my mink coat. Hold on just a second. I will show y'all. So we're trying to think. I'm looking through my stash because we up here trying to use the fabric that we have. What's great about this pattern is that you definitely can use. Yeah, I think the patterns are still on sale, so it might. And the PDFs might be on almost on a different sale than the rest of the patterns. Okay. What I will also say about the shirt is that there is a bit of, I don't know who. This is a bit oversized. So this one I made in a size 36. The one on my pattern envelope was a size 38. I would have preferred a size 36, but at the time they had to. Fun fact, because my sizing has changed, they've had to change the way that my patterns fit. So when I first started, they kind of expanded the size range and put me at more of a big and tall size or brawny size. Now that my body has changed and I no longer fit those patterns, my last pattern, technically, I am now currently too small for. Because, like I said, I'm a 36-inch chest currently. Most of my patterns started at 38. So, here. I will show y'all on this camera. Let's see if I can do that. There we go. So yeah, this is the shirt. Of course, I like this one like tucked in, really great with the pants that it came with, which I still need to make. So I did this one in this lip print. This is the Alexander Henry like quilting cotton. It is perfect for Valentine's Day. So this is probably gonna be like my Valentine's Day shirt. Um, yeah. So still love the shirt, and really excited to wear it. Of course, so this is my third one. So I need to figure out what fabric I want to use for Sunday. I'm thinking it would be really cute to do this as like in the color block with an Ankara print. So I'm trying to think what fabric do I want to use that's giving me that vibe. And of course, I have some Ankaras, but do I have Ankara in a like in a solid that I want to do it in is the question. So yeah, I got to figure that out. What's funny? So yes, this shirt was meant for Valentine's Day, and I actually bought the fabric to do the pants in a like a burgundy, but y'all, I barely been sewing, so I got to go for what I got. So we just got a shirt, and I put on some jeans with it and call it cute. All right, so again, I cannot speak enough about making sure, especially if you collect vintage patterns, make sure you're also buying the black ones, y'all, the black ones, because we need to make sure that that history is protected and collected. So of course, I have ones by Stephen Burrows. I have Willie Wear ones. I have some Byron Lars patterns. I have the Diana Ross patterns. So at one time, she had like some licensed designs with I want to say it was McCall's. This was when they were all split. Patrick Kelly has been out of my budget, but I do want some Patrick Kelly patterns. There is Latifa Ali. Is that her name? There's so many different black designers, and especially this month, let's make sure we're honoring those who came before us. So I truly honor Willie Smith as an innovator and paved the way for somebody like me to come and do patterns and have them in store too. Excuse me. So, all right, y'all. Feel like I've been on forever. But all right, so we did that, talked about that. Let's go ahead and I'll start on this draft. I gotta finish cutting this real fast, and then I will move my camera back down. Thank y'all. Thank you for the blessings, because Lord knows. The way I be sneezing sometimes, it be stupid. What's funny is I think I've missed the time, and I'll probably have to restart my whole how often I go live to go monetize because I have the number of people. I just now need to get the number of hours and such. But it's okay. My arm is 27 and a half. We're going to do a. Last time I did a 4-inch cap. I think I am going to do a 5-inch cap this time. So. Okay. So I'm going to start here. This will be the top of my sleeve. Let me find a pen that works. Then 1, 2. Then cap height. I'm going to do a 5-inch cap. 22 and a half. 22 and a half is 11 and a quarter. And then 11 and a quarter is my middle line between my my bicep line and my wrist line. Then from there, we're going to go up to make my elbow line, which is 1 inch above that middle line. Okay. So this is C. Nope. This is E. This is C. This is A. This is D. Hey, hey, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. No, we take a little dance break here and there, so bear with me. All right, so then arms eye. Okay, let me grab my pieces so I can do my arms eye measurement. Actually, I don't think I need to. Arms eye would not change from this measurement, so this is check. And we're going from without the seam allowance, and I know where I put my seam allowance at. I can literally feel it. So that's 4, 6, 7.5. Nineteen and a fourth, yep. So 8. So now we're about to grab a real ruler so that I can square up everything. Ooh, Lord, I done knocked y'all over. Now y'all up here just staring at my stomach. Jesus. Even though we've been working on it, I am super. For those who don't know me, I don't like working out. I have never liked working out. It just is not my thing. But I've been using electro muscle stimulation, and I have the Catalyst suit. So it's like 20 minutes twice a week, and it does feel like you are working out for like it's as much as like going for like 90 minutes. When I tell you, like, and you're supposed to wait like 4 days between workouts. When I tell you, I'm tired. My body be on. Whoo. And I just signed up to do a new program. So I'm doing this functional fitness program. And when I tell you, sweet baby Jesus. So we're just gonna go ahead and do some lines to square this out a bit. Okay. So this is F. measurement 9. We're just gonna do now like this. That's 1.5. So now, one half of arm's eye less cord. All right, so that is one half of arm's eye. Ooh, so I done messed up something. Did E? Yes, I did. Okay. So this was we had 19 and a fourth. This is what happens when I don't do this in order, but it's good. Okay, so this is 19 and a fourth. So divide that by 2. That was 8 and 2/8 or 8 and an eighth. So and minus a fourth. No, we're gonna do it this way. Oh, okay. So I messed up this line altogether. Okay, that's cool. So we're going to be redrafting a little bit of this, which is fine. So because instead of I did C to F, it is supposed to be A to F. So luckily, I want to make sure I get this around the same measurement. Yep, 2. So now that's my new F. So then right. So now we have basically with that drafted at least half of my sleeve pattern. So now we're going to go ahead and do my other, like there's a few other measurements. So A to F. Oh shit, I still did it wrong. Still did it wrong. Jesus. A. This is G. This is F. So I'm trying to divide this into thirds. And now this is where calculations come in. Because, I don't need a lot of calculations, but there's just a few that we need. Does Google just have a calculator? So we started 2.5. This side. Now, y'all better not talk about my little special math skills, because Lord knows, sometimes you just got futz with it until you get what you want, you know? There you go. So, we have found my center part for that. So now I need to go and make sure that I do my numbers for my C variations for the front, the 5-inch cuff. And we're going to call this the front. We'll do the back separately. So that is the 1/8 of an inch. This ruler for that. So you can see what I'm doing. right? So now, pull out my curve here. So I can do my little curve. You try to find where stuff kind of equals out here. Go ahead. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and turn this off. Remember where my sensors are. I don't need all that paper anyway. So what are y'all doing tonight? Any fun plans this evening? Oh, we just trying to make it through the week. Look, because right now that is okay too, you know. So in order to trace off the line that I need on the other side, I went ahead and did that. And then, just because I want to make sure that I have the same, you know, where the sleeve is. Now, when doing this, is this the right method? I don't know. This is the Julia method right now. And sometimes the Julia method, if it gets it done, in my book, is what. Look, and just trying to make it, we're going to celebrate every second by second win we get. Because if y'all understood. But because last night I had to have a come to Jesus with myself of remembering who and whose I am. You know, the child knows. The struggle day to day has been, woo. You're gonna be all right. You know, I have to rely on the gospel according to Kendrick. We gonna be what? All right. We ain't got no choice. We really ain't got a choice, you know? I mean, we do, but we don't. So what I'm doing here now is I'm basically just finding where I put my lines at previously. So those are kind of traced over. Okay. Now the sleeve variation for this side from D to C is 5/8 of an inch. So that is ma'am, if you don't go on live and what you do is you just call it a vibe, you ain't got to share it or like, you know, I think we also have to remember, even while we're going live, there is still a level of care that we get out of this for ourselves. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So you want to make sure that there is still pieces of it that you are keeping for you. That is still vitally important, and we don't want to forget that in this process. Like, yes, we glad that you go live and you do it for us, but it's very important that, especially in these times, that you are showing up for you because you want to show up. We'll be all right. We'll get what we get because most of the time we watching because we want to support you. So either that, like you can just there are streamers all over the place that just be live and it just be at their face. And that when I tell you that is so fine, if you don't enjoy, like we can't lose sight of our hobbies for ourselves. And sometimes I think, especially within this digital space in this digital world, that can easily happen. So it's very important that you keep pieces for you. 'Cause we gonna be we'll be all right. Back to sleep. And we have a sleep pattern. So now what we're gonna do is, I think for the rest of it, I use having a seam allowance. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my seam allowances on so that we can then like recut this out of my muslin to do a quick test in this. If this test does work, my plan then is I will go ahead and there's another ruler I like to use for that piece. Um, I will then go ahead and start working on the arm's eye a bit. I want to short up my arm's eye, and by that, or not my arm's eye, I do want to short my arm's eye. So I want to bring my arm's eye. The last time I wore it, it was here. So I want to bring my arm's eye down, probably about half an inch or so. So that means that my sleeve is going to change again, meaning that I'm probably going to have to widen my sleeve a bit so that it can fit into the arm's eye. So I'm going to drop my arm's eye a bit. We're also going to then take off an inch off of the front of the pattern, inch and a half, and put it towards the back of the pattern. So that's going to also change the slope of my sleeve. But my sleeve still needs to, where it is drafted, it still needs to hit at the center points of my shoulder. So I need to make sure those markings mark on the pattern itself. And then we will measure my neck opening, and we're going to draft the shirt. My goal is I have a meeting on Thursday that I want to have this draft ready to go for. So y'all helping me achieve my goals today, and I appreciate it. Feeling like I've been achieving stuff just don't be happening like it used to. So now I'm just kind of putting in my seam allowance. I'm glad you enjoy it. Thank you so much for tuning in as I figure out life. That's all we got. And especially right now, I have to really focus on striking you know, while in the mood because sometimes that mood don't be there, you know. So I'm gonna cut this side up real quick, and then I will refold it. So cut the bottom edge, wrist line. Wrist. Now we have a new sleeve pattern, and we can see how's it gonna look. This little mighty thing. Well, we got to find out. This feels mighty thin. What I originally drafted was this size, and though even with this change, this feels mighty thin. So I done did something wrong. Probably. Let me look at the pattern again. Luckily, this is simple to draft, especially if you're not talking. Talking, of course. Well, no, that's about right because I also changed the angle. I did change the angle. And it is DDE. Check something. I think my math was off. Let's find that out first, real fast. Yep. Okay. So we're gonna redraft because my math, like I was like, this does not feel right. So what I did was my math was off by I end up squaring too small for my arms out. Cause yeah, this is hold on, let me make sure. That's A to F. A to F. That's a quarter. So how did I get to the number I got to? I don't know. So, but we did. So we at least gonna stay on for the next few minutes, and I'll probably do that off camera because it's literally just the same lines. Um, but it's my goal to take this moment and stuff like that, at least to come on for an hour. Especially right now, it is really just helping me to go live, to show up, if nobody else but for myself, because I know I have some people who might want to, who will join me from, from the other side. So, but luckily, again, this is not a hard pattern to draft. So we're gonna go ahead and do what we got to do again, real fast. So I'm going to start this one here. Let's see. 5 inches. 5 inches. That's 22 and a half. Quarter. Quarter. Square off. Square off. Square off. Oops. Off. Square off. Okay. Then A to F is 1/2 a palm side less a fourth. So that is 9.61. Come on, y'all better give me the space that it's gonna be on my ruler. So that's crazy. So my watch basically just took off the cap of my tape measure. Ain't that about nothing? Wow, I always keep a bunch. Okay. So that is from this line here. This is 9. I'm just gonna go a little bit further out in terms of my drafting so I can see it. So we did that line. Wrist measurement is that. Say easy on myself today, so that's going to be 4.5. Okay. So then, all right. All right. Then, we just going to check our work because I be crazy sometimes. Nope, we're good. Now, I don't know what's going on and why my phone keeps on switching to this view. Let's see. All right, so we're going to do the same. Fold everything again, same way I did the last time, so I can find my centers. It's very interesting with there being so many like pattern books on the market and so many different like ways of doing things. What's great is like it really is just about finding what works for you. I find that to be so like not disheartening, but that's real. Especially in a world that really the idea of finding something that provides you with what you need to be successful. I mean, I don't know. He'll preach if you let it. That's where I'm at with it. Okay. Now I'm just trying to make sure everything folds the way I want it to fold. Nope. good. And mark here, here, here. Now, I'll do this arm of my sleeve. Get all my papers lined up. And what's interesting is that right now, like my paper don't want to fully like be together in my fold. So that's what we're trying to figure out real quick. So what I can also do is just do it like this. And then I'm going to probably end up doing is just tracing over top of the other side of the line. So that other tape measure with all the colors is at like this. It marks the 16ths, and for some things, that just makes things more difficult. So that's why I'm changing between tape measures. Definitely, I can tell it's going to fit better. And see, when I'm not really talking or anything like that, this makes it. It does make for a quick draft. It doesn't take long to draft this block, and then from this, I can literally do whatever I need to do to make garments and stuff like that. And you know, I have a feeling that people are really going to get back into this, especially if we're losing some of our commercial patterns. But really, off of any simple shape, you can make almost anything that you want to make. Let's be real about it. So we're going to go ahead and put in my seam allowances real quick, and then I'm going to probably start trying to figure out the very important task of what I'm eating for dinner tonight. Because I sure enough ain't figured that out yet. that real quick. Yesterday I had leftovers of some coconut rice. I threw some chicken legs into the air fryer, which is like, like it's funny. Like before air fryers, I didn't like cooking meat. I would not, like, you could not catch me making anything that was like a protein, like a meat. But now that I got an air fryer, I feel I jump. I jump frog in it. All right. I just didn't. It felt like more of a science. It like, if you mess up a veggie or something like that, usually you ain't gonna kill nobody. A meat. All I can think of is botulism and food poisoning, and you can kill somebody. So like like I would do. What's funny is I say that, but then I would make a whole ass turkey for Thanksgiving. Weird. I know. Like ground beef, fish and stuff. I definitely would do fish, but a lot of like just other meat products and stuff like that. Um, I just wouldn't do. But you know, I was a big boy now. Go back to the front. Okay, put out section for my middle. So now, also, what I'm going to do on this shirt draft is I'm going to probably do. There we go. Yes, because the other one just it didn't feel like it was going to fit around a sleeve or around my arm. Hey, Barbara, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so we got my sleeve done, and with talking and stuff like that, really that took less than an hour. And I drafted it twice. But with cleaning the table off and stuff like that, we at least got that part done. So I'm about to go figure out what I'm about to eat. But thank y'all for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this. I needed this myself, just as a way to. Um, there we go. just as a way for me to focus on getting some stuff done, getting accomplished, doing some stuff, but then also connecting. Of course, I am not on TikTok right now, really. I haven't gone live over there. Even though with this program I can if I pay for it, but I rather like make sure that this gets saved to my YouTube and show on Twitch. So this, if you ever want to see anything that I've done, this stays on my YouTube in my lives and stuff like that. So you can definitely check me out there. As we get those hours up, but also you can come and watch me on Twitch because usually I'm streaming on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And if I jump froggy or after payday, I might go ahead and upgrade my membership so I can go live on others. I don't know yet. Trying to decide. Oh hey Miss Carol. It'll be live. I had to redraft my sleeve block. I wanted to redraft it so that it can so that I can see how it works with my wrist measurement. And I did it with a 5-inch sleeve cap. And we went back to using this book. So this is the Fundamentals of Men's Fashion Design, a guide to casual clothes. But also, when I have more time, because I'm on a time crunch of when I want to have this done, I did pull out this book, which is Professional Pattern Making for Designers, Women's Wear and Men's Casual Wear by Jack Hanford. I've heard really good things about this book as well. In terms of basic, but gives you the straightforward. And sometimes that's what I need. I just need straightforward and a good block. So we're about to go try this out and get something to eat. So until next time, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Be creative. And we'll talk later. Bye, y'all.